that's the specialty of video making. I can edit whatever shots that actually goes in instead. Talking a bit about my background, I have no official schooling. I've never took an actual program for photography or video. Everything was purely self-taught. I first got my camera in November of 2020. Got it for sale on Black Friday. I can't believe the prices of cameras have gone up since then. It's weird. I have the A7 III. Didn't buy any fancy lenses. All right, we're about to head out to Oshawa. We're gonna go see my buddy there. We're gonna go for a ride along the lake.
Leroy. Corner.
Look at this guy. Look at this guy. Look at this guy coming through.
What up, though?
We even have the same outfit on. Scooter, black leggings, shorts, black. Except I have a helmet on. Shorts, leggings, and running shoes.
It's mad comfy, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, we're matching. It's a bro date.
It's a mad bro date.
Bro date.
It's super nice outside.
So, I feel relieved. I shot my first wedding and I feel relieved. I definitely feel like I overthought what those shots would be like. I watched so many videos of seeing different type of shots, different type of angles, worried about whether or not my autofocus would hit or miss it. So I always worry about missing the focus on some of the shots, which some of the shots did happen. Some of the shots I did want, I did miss. It didn't kind of go exactly as planned, but I did capture enough to get the complete product of what I was looking for, the exact story that I wanted to tell. So it still worked out in the end. The next wedding I'm shooting is in June, and it's gonna be a summer wedding. So the first one I shot was a winter wedding. This one's gonna be a summer one. It'll be a different dynamic, but I think I know what shots I want in my head as well. So it should be a lot easier to really prepare for now that I did my first one. My favorite part about shooting weddings so far has got to be the pressure. I feel like I love the pressure of having that shot just once. You only have one chance, one shot to get the first kiss, the walking down the aisle. You only get one chance to do so many of those shots, and if you miss it, then you screw up. You can't just be like, okay guys, let's roll it again. Let's start all over again. You can't reset a wedding, and that's where I find the thrill of it more, but also because I know there's so much pressure to perform, that's where all my senses to hone my skills, making sure I know exactly what settings to put the camera at to get those shots. That's where all of that kick in. To prepare for the first wedding, I watched a ton of wedding films. A lot of it in Ontario as well. I figured if I try to find my competition, find the videos that they're producing, there's a certain expectation of quality and type of style of shots that they want. I want to at least match it. I think for my very first wedding film, I wanted to match it and to be able to deliver a similar product. I practiced a lot of the settings that were recommended by other wedding videographers and photographers. Luckily, the photographer I'm working with, Candace, she was super prepared, had a full shot list and agenda throughout the entire day, the timings, what it's gonna look like. So I got to mentally prepare in my head what type of shots I was going to expect. Now, Even though it's my first film, I didn't want to shoot just regular profile. I made sure I wanted flexibility, so I learned S-Log2. That's kind of the best this camera can do. I know it can do S-Log3, but it's not as capable, or like the colors doesn't come out as much. Shot S-Log2, made sure I had all my LUTs that I can convert S-Log2 to Rec 709, and then from then on I had all the different LUTs for different color grading, but I wasn't sure what type of colors I wanted yet until I really got there. I wanted to get some few shots first and see what type of mood I want to create. So what did I learn shooting my first wedding? Number one, lighting. This is something that I guess I definitely overlooked. I just thought that with this camera, because of the great ISO settings, that I can crank up the ISO, because it's an S-Log2 anyways, that I'd be fine at night shots. You know, I always hear the Sony a7 III, when it was released, was one of the best night modes available. So I kind of underestimated how much lighting you needed to really create that look. Luckily, this venue though, during the first dance, during a lot of the entry, as the bridal party came into the reception area, they had these cool spotlights already there. And if it wasn't for those lights there, I'd be screwed. The second thing I feel like I really learned my lesson on is the audio. I'm currently using a wireless go-to mic set. I actually didn't even buy it. I actually won it in a road contest, so I never invested in audio gear because I wanted that set. And I just assumed it would be more than enough, because I used it in the scenarios where if I had to mic up the groom for the first look, I got as much of the audio as I thought I could get. Now, the speeches was something I did want to get, but I didn't think of tapping my mic or my receiver onto the actual audio system. So like, my best advice, talk to your vendors, whoever is the audio guy, whoever is the people running it, and just hook your wireless go-to mic and receiver transmitter onto there, and they'll get clean audio. Because what I did, I put the microphone on the podium that the people were speaking on and just taped it on there. And at first I thought, okay, you know, it's gonna be there, it's at the right height, I don't see why this wouldn't work. And then I realized after listening to the audio, you'll have speakers inside the venue blasting the audio, so it created a bit of an echo. And a lot of the speeches, they came with a piece of paper. So they put a piece of paper on the podium, which was kind of covering the mic a bit, so it muffled it. It didn't give it like a direct feed of what it's supposed to sound like. Afterwards, even with the piece of paper on there, people play with the piece of paper, and so they ruffled the piece of paper, they touched the podium so you can hear the vibrations. It was just a mess. So at the end of the day, I couldn't get any of the speeches and stuff at the reception. It just didn't sound as good as I liked it to be. Even during the ceremony, when they did their vows, because I only had the groom mic'd up, you still had the audio coming from the speakers echoing onto the mic there. So when it was the bride's turn to do her vows, it was still not the greatest. It wasn't the clearest, most great sounding audio. And again, I should have just tapped it into the audio system for the venue there. The last thing I've learned is make sure you rest yourself the night before. Oh my, I thought when I first held the gimbal that it wasn't a big deal. This thing? It's not so bad. I was used to holding this. I'd be doing shoots at work and whatnot for a few hours, and it's not so bad even with the full camera and everything on there. But what got worse was using this for an entire, let's say 10, 11 hour day. I definitely underestimated how much toll it had on my back. The drive home, it was rough. My back was sore. The next day was a write-off. Just had to rest and recover. So definitely biggest lesson I've learned is physically rest yourself the night before. Not underestimate the physical toll it takes on you for the day. Thanks so much for watching. I'll be making a bunch of these type of vlog style videos with talking heads. just to practice. I'm not used to talking in front of a camera like this. So if you want to see what life in the Kawartha Lakes is about, as I check out new businesses, work with new people, just want everyday vlog type of style, or you want to see what a new videographer develops and how I get better, or to be a part of kind of what I'm trying to do as well, yeah, definitely subscribe, like, it definitely means a lot. Thanks so much for watching. See you later. Peace. Bye, Genghis.